Here you will perfectly see just how strong Cinderace is right now, especially with this Pyroball moveset, guys. We're doing so much damage from super far away. As you can see, I follow up with the Flame Charge and the Eject just to keep chasing the enemies along with my Charizard right there, and we're just doing so much damage. The Gengar pops out, attacks us, but it ends up focusing the Eldegoss, gets the takedown, but that means I get away scot-free, and we can just keep dishing out the damage right there, man, melting everybody. Super strong choice for your solo queue rank games, guys. Yo, you're watching Shurkou, we're back with some more Pokemon Unite, and in this video we will be checking out the best Cinderace build and in general the best way to play Cinderace in Pokemon Unite so you can maximize your solo queue win rate. And let me tell you, Cinderace is absolutely busted for solo queue right now. The buff it received a week ago was way too much, and especially the two moves that got buffed, Pyroball and Flame Charge, are so incredibly powerful now, which is exactly why this is gonna be the moveset of choice for this gameplay. And again, I believe this is the best way to play this Cinderace, and I know that with the mobile release, a lot of new players came in, and it has been pretty much a week since that mobile release, so all of you can get Cinderace for free if you have been good boys and girls and logged in daily, because of course, check your event tab, that is the reward after 7 days of logging in. But yeah, let's get right into the build. Before we do that though, make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any further Pokemon Unite content. I almost forgot selling out. That is crazy. Anyway, back to the gameplay. This was a master rank gameplay. I pretty much played flawlessly. As you can see, we full clear the jungle. That's what you always want to do. You hit level 5, you choose which lane to go to. I felt like bot lane is a lot more gankable because we have that little Swinoop in there, which has lots of freezing potential, so you can really CC the enemies and I can just come in with my damage. Also, the enemies have Charmander and a Scorbunny and Haunter in that lane, which both are not that strong early game, so I'm pretty confident I can just swoop in there and gank that lane. As opposed to top lane, we have an Eldegoss and an Ivysaur, which both don't really bring CC, so it would have been much tougher to gank. So right off the get-go, you need to make that decision. Then as a jungler, what you always want to do is you want to gank. If you don't get a kill, you probably get to poke the enemies, then you clear the Vespiquen camp with your laners together, and then you instantly either go into the middle to contest the middle lobsters, or you go back instantly because your buffs already respawned. I chose to go back instantly because I just want to get as farmed as fast as possible, which is just, yeah, this is the perfect way. You get your buffs instantly, and that way oftentimes you can get your buffs before the Dreadnought spawns another third time, okay? And at that point you really get level 9 and you get your Unite move for the Dreadnought fight and you're in a prime position to carry. But as you can see, we're already back in that bot lane. We ganked top really briefly, we came bot again, and here I'm just dealing so much damage with this Pyroball. As you can see, guys, it is cracked out. They completely over-buffed this move. I think they added like 1000 damage to it, which was nuts, which was absolutely mental. So I really recommend you to take this. Pyroball Flame Charge also got buffed. It has 2 seconds less cooldown now, makes it a 5-second cooldown on such useful ability. You know, it's a pretty long-range dash for a marksman, for a ranged attacker Pokemon like Cinderace that deals a lot of damage. You also give it so much safety with this Flame Charge. I definitely think it's superior to Feint right now. And yeah, Pyroball superior to that Blaze Kick, just so much damage if you can hit the Pyroball. Of course, it's gonna be a little bit tricky. It's not the easiest skill shot to hit. He winds it up a little bit, you know, he has to kick that ball. But if you are able to use that properly, definitely worth taking over that Blaze Kick. And again, see, we did the Dreadnought, I ganked bot, we did the Dreadnought, instantly I go back, pick up my buffs, and I go up top lane again. And we're always using our time very efficiently this match. And as you can see, that Pyroball is deadly, guys. It does way too much damage. Let's get into the held items. As you can see, I'm always constantly farming. I think a team fight will erupt here, and you will see just how much AoE damage the Pyroball does. And here we just follow up, man. We go in with the eject. That's why we take eject as well. Not only can you escape, it gives you that second tool to escape besides the flame charge, or if you make a mistake, you can just get out of it. You can look at it like a for free out of jail card, you know, if we're talking Monopoly terms. So yeah, because oftentimes you're gonna use that flame charge to reposition during a fight. Suddenly those pesky speedsters appear and try to take you down, but you can just use that eject button. Once again, I backported instantly as soon as I'm done with these middle lobsters, because we want to farm as much as possible. And I'm farming up a storm, guys. I'm hitting level 12 here at 4 minutes 50 remaining of the match. That is very, very fast. I'm super far ahead. Gives me so many more base stats, so much more damage on my basic attacks, so it is just beautiful. Once again, my team is playing really well too though. We gotta point that out. You're not gonna always have such a smooth round. You're almost never gonna have such a smooth round, but sometimes the things align where you play really well, your team plays really well, and this is the result of it. But yeah, let's get into those held items. I already showed you those at the start of this video. They are pretty self-explanatory, but I'll go into depth anyway. We have the muscle band. We don't really need to talk about that. It is an attack speed and item that scales, that deals bonus damage on your basic attacks according to the enemy's maximum or current health. I believe 3% of current health. So naturally, as a long-range attacker that basic attacks a lot, like that Cinderace, you really need that. Absolutely mandatory. One of the best items in game. In the whole game in general for any physical based Pokemon. Then we have the Razor Claw, the new edition. Super good, man. You constantly use that flame charge or that Pyroball between your basic attacks and it will just add so much bonus damage. And then as a last item, you could go for a scope lens to really deal maximum amounts of damage, but I feel like if you don't take the Blaze Kick, by the way, here was a mistake. I should have just ejected over the wall to get away from that Gengar. I don't know, I forgot I had eject probably. I don't know, man. Monkey brain sometimes hits me as well, guys. So we end up dying to the Gengar. Good flank though from him. Comes in with the Unite move, invisible. I wasn't paying enough attention, so we just get clapped by that Sludge Bomb Hex Gengar. Lots of DPS if, you know, if it is able to pull off the combo, and it did really well there. So yeah, that was pretty much our only mistake early game. You also saw how I got caught a little bit. I had to eject away, I believe at the second time ganking in the bot lane. So, but other than that, pretty flawless game. Again, I'm using my time super efficiently. I respawn, I instantly clear the Odinos because I know I have enough time to reach the Dreadnought anyway. So we're just picking up as much XP as possible constantly, and yeah, just really far ahead of everybody in the entire game. Now I joined the fight. My team is in a pretty good situation here. They set it up beautifully for me to just come up and clean up everybody with my immense damage. That is just what you're oftentimes supposed to do as a marksman. You just need to provide damage. Your team is gonna provide the crowd control, you know? They're gonna stun these enemies and you're just gonna clean up with your basic attacks. Super cozy, super comfy gameplay. But yeah, anyway, last item, you could go for that scope lens. Again, Blaze Kick. If you don't take that, which is a guaranteed crit, by the way, that move always crits, which really scales with the crit damage from scope lens. But if you take the Pyroball, which again I really recommend you to take, I don't think this is needed. I don't think the scope lens is needed. Yes, you have some crit chance inherently, so the crit damage is still gonna help you, but here the Gengar messed up. It definitely should have focused me instead of our Eldegoss there. But I had the body barrier anyway. That's exactly what I recommend you to take instead of the scope lens. So it really gives you a lot of safety as well, because that Unite move, as soon as I used it there, as soon as those speedsters jump onto you, you use the Unite move. Not only will you deal a lot of damage to them, you will also get that shield from the body barrier, and it just really helps out a ton. Body barrier is also just in general really broken. It gives you 600 bonus health as a base stat. Without the shield passive, you know, we're not even talking about that, just the 600 bonus health at level 30. is really ridiculous. Mine is level 20, so it gives me 400 base health. But yeah, I definitely recommend you to put that body barrier to level 20 as fast as possible. It's just such a good item on a plethora of different Pokemon in this game. It's just, honestly, it's just the way they're broken. Many people were expecting a nerf onto it. They didn't nerf it with the mobile release, so I don't think they will ever nerf it. I think they will just introduce more really strong items like that Razor Claw, like those choice specs and stuff, to give people more options, and hopefully they will buff some of the useless items like that assault vest and like that Rocky helmet. But yeah, that is pretty much it. As you saw, this was just a clean sweep by the whole team. But again, I think you could learn a lot about how to properly snowball as that Cinderace jungle in this video. And lots of these tips, if you apply them, I'm telling you, you will instantly win a lot of games, because lots of these things are just fundamentals. If you get used to them, if you apply them every game, you will end up doing extremely well, okay? And especially if you use this build, once again, man, just the best build, the best bang for your buck. As you can see, we did 77,000 damage, the most in the game. We even out-damaged the Venusaur, which many people consider to be the best Pokemon in the game right now, with that Giga Drain and Petal Dance build. It is absolutely busted. Check out that video if you haven't yet. If you're looking for another really broken free Pokemon, you can just check it on my channel. Yeah, definitely Venusaur, Cinderace, Lucario. These three are probably gonna be your best bets right now to carry your rank games if you're a new player with the mobile release. But yeah, or if you're a Switch player as well, man, these Pokemon, you guys know how busted they are, how much better they became on this patch as well. But yeah, anyway guys, make sure to subscribe, ring the notification bell. Let me know in the comments below what you think about this build. Maybe you guys have found a better build, you know, maybe you found a better way to deal more damage while also being safer, which would be crazy. I would really like to know that, so drop it in the comments below. I will give your build a go in an upcoming video if I deem it worthy, if I deem it very strong, okay? And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.